The veggie patch behind me, completely dead. I have neglected it for, I would say, at least a year. And to be honest, I have neglected you guys. I can't even remember when last I spoke to you properly. It's been a year. The burnout from work and this extreme Queensland heat has just gotten to us. We are the 17th of May today and it is around 27 degrees Celsius. It is still so hot. Like just standing out here talking to you, I feel like I'm about to start sweating. I don't think either of us were really prepared for just how humid it can get. And to be honest, it totally took out the joy of gardening for me through summer. I know lots of people do it, but for me, it just, after a long day at school, was just no longer fun. But I think I'm back. So I'm going to show you what it currently looks like and just give you a bit of an idea of what is to come. I'm actually quite excited for this and I'm excited to take you guys on the journey. This is our veggie patch. Apart from neglected and dead, it hasn't actually changed much. You will see that it is all extremely dry and that is on purpose. I will be talking to you a little bit about what is to come and what we plan for the space and why it also looks way worse than it probably could be looking at this stage. But as you can tell, some of the weeds that I'm trying to stay on top of have just honestly taken over the space. I have managed to get a handle on some, but they kind of just keep growing back, which is really frustrating. Because I've not planted anything in about a year, I'd say, you can see how shallow the beds are, considering they're not very deep to begin with. I'm not even sure how this got here, but interestingly, this is the second time that this gooseberry has popped back up. I think a bird must have dropped one of the seeds in here because I was actually growing gooseberries a while back. Gosh, easily 18 months ago in a different spot in the garden. So I can only imagine a bird's dropped a seed. These capsicums, I mean, I'm just going to have to pull them all out, to be honest. I know there's a couple of red ones on here, but to be honest, I've sprayed some stuff in here just to kind of get rid of nut grass and things, and I cannot guarantee that I have not sprayed the capsicum. The only real trooper is still this passion fruit. It's massive, but again, no fruit. It's really frustrating, but we keep it because it feeds the bees, and to be honest, I don't know what else I'd put on here, quite honestly, but it feeds the bees. I'm not sure if you can see them, but it gives them something to eat when there's not much growing. So I'll have to come in and trim this up a little bit. But guys, it looks terrible. I mean, I'm almost embarrassed to show you, but that's life. And to be honest, I'm probably not the only one out there. Let me know if you guys have neglected your gardens in the comments below, because I really don't want to feel alone right now. But look at these beds, just shocking. All right, this bed is the bane of my existence right now. What was actually in this bed, believe it or not, was some oregano or oreganum, depending on where you live. And its root system is so deep, I had no idea. Let's just say I don't think I would ever plant it in the actual ground because I cannot even get rid of those roots, and they've been dead for six months at least. I managed to save a piece and I've put it in a pot in the greenhouse / shade house. So we still have some, but yikes. The only living things still in here that's actually edible are 2 strawberry plants, but look at the weeds. If we do not stay on top of this almost daily, they take over. It is so frustrating, especially when it is the last thing you want to do when you come home, and that's to tend to a garden. Now, I am working on getting my mojo back and getting this space sorted out. What's very exciting though is that we have finally ordered the materials that we need to edge around this entire garden and really close it off properly once and for all. We're not going to edge it raised up or anything. We're just going to use some garden sleepers like we did in the shade house, which is why I'm kind of trying to get rid of all the grass that's in between. And then we will be learning from the greenhouse and lining the space first. And then we're still kind of deciding if we're going to go with crusher dust like we did in the greenhouse, or if we're going to be putting in some tan box. So we're a bit undecided there. Perhaps maybe you guys can give us some ideas. If you've actually got a better solution, we're all ears. We are flying a little bit blind at this stage on how we want to make this look. But what I will say is we are going to be sprucing this up, and while we may not be planting anytime soon, or you never know, we are going to at least completely overhaul this entire space. We will finally be getting the path connected to our little arch that we had, and really get working on extending it eventually into the little areas that we have been trying to create. So that's just a very quick update to say hello again, and I guess kind of like a welcome back to me and the channel, because it's been a while. It is time that we finally got a little bit serious about a couple of our projects, because we are now currently in year 4 on the property, and while we have done a hell of a lot, there are still days when I just think, because we could have done more. But stay tuned, and I hope you follow along with this journey, and I'll be making a couple more videos on, of course, the veggie patch, but also just a little bit of a property tour, because we have still been maintaining and planting a couple of other things, even though I haven't been growing veggies. So I do hope you stick around with me, and I'm so excited for what's to come.